The biggest fight of the year, Terence Crawford vs. Canelo Alvarez, is set for September 2025. Floyd Mayweather has issued a serious warning that could change everything. After months of drama and speculation, Turki Al-Sheikh has confirmed that the fight will take place at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. If anyone thought this bout would be all about mutual respect, they just got a reality check. The tension between the two fighters hit a boiling point at the Saudi airport.
The response to Turkey is this. Yesterday, they text me. They text me and say, we can talk about the fight in February with Crawford. Yeah. They text me yesterday and I say, look, I'm not gonna talk about any other fight. I'm focused 100% on this fight. Look, I don't like the way he talk, and I'm not in this position because of any. I'm in this position. If he wants to work with me, it's in my way, not in their way.
What was
I don't need it.
What didn't you like about how he approached? Like, what was
It's not the way to approach. It's not the way to approach to me. Look, I respect everybody and I respect Turkey, but look, if he wants to work with me, it need to be in my way.
The two undisputed champions were set to meet with Turki Al-Sheikh to finalize details for their September showdown. But before they even made it to his residence,
the two undisputed champions were scheduled to meet with Turki Al-Sheikh to finalize details for their September showdown, but drama erupted at the airport before they even reached his residence. Terence Crawford, expecting a professional handshake and some light banter, was completely snubbed by Canelo, who walked past him without acknowledging his presence. Crawford, known for his pride, didn't let it slide. He approached Canelo to address the situation, but instead of defusing the tension, Canelo escalated it. Reports say he got in Crawford's face with clenched fists, looking ready to fight on the spot. Their teams quickly intervened, and security rushed in to prevent the scene from turning into a full-blown brawl. What was meant to be a simple business trip nearly turned into a fight before the official bout was even announced. As for Floyd Mayweather, he has been closely aligned with Terence Crawford since the fight was made public.
Keep bringing up Canelo. I think that's weird, because you'd have to gain 20 pounds?
Yeah.
But they say that's the money fight. That's the mega fight. That's the money fight. That's the only thing that makes sense for Terence Crawford.
Well, catch weight. We can do something at a catch weight.
What weight you think?
I like 160 or something.
So you said 154 is the highest you want to go.
Yeah, 158. 60.
Word is, Floyd has been helping Crawford sharpen his skills for the big fight, giving him an undefeated champion-level game plan.
Hold me back.
When the airport incident went down, Floyd was one of the first to sound the alarm. The headlines were already swirling, but Mayweather made it clear that even though Terence isn't a rookie, he needs to take Canelo Alvarez more seriously than any opponent he's ever faced. And coming from Floyd, that's a serious wake-up call. He knows exactly what it takes to beat Canelo, having handed him his only official loss.
But I know how you is. You be sizing niggas up, bro. Keep it a stack. Did you in your head size up Floyd? You know what I'm saying? If we was ever... Keep it real, boss. Keep it real.
I'm never that type of guy. I think that's some grimy shit. Always been happy for him, been a fan of his, and I never imagined us fight. Yeah. I never looked at him like, man, I know I'll beat him.
Boy, you capping, bro. I never thought fantasy fight me versus Floyd, nah.
Never. I never just was with a person and looked at him like, I'll beat his ass. Never. That's some hating type shit to me.
Plotting.
I ain't never been.
But Floyd isn't sugarcoating anything. He's sending Terence an urgent warning. He's saying this isn't just another fight, it's legacy-defining and dangerous. If Crawford isn't 110% locked in, things could go south fast. Mayweather's been there, done that, and he's basically telling Crawford, I know you're elite, but this is Canelo. One slip, and it's game over. And honestly, Floyd might have a point. He didn't hold back. He took to social media and said Terence is a great fighter, but you don't just move up 2 weight classes and fight Canelo unless you know exactly what you're doing. This sport is about smart moves, not just big ones. It's a wake-up call for Terence.
It's 2 more weight classes. Once he gets touched by Canelo, it's going to be different.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo. He's going to slow down, so I think if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later, and he's still got that kind of steam. But, there's so many components that make a champion. There's so many components that make a great, a legend. It's just so much to go into. It's a conversation that lasts an hour easily when we talk about all of the components that Terence Crawford has, all of the components that Canelo has, and how we find how they even out and who trumps one another, you know what I mean? We tried to do that with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, and we see how that panned out, you know what I mean?
But here's where things get really interesting. Not only did Canelo snub Crawford, but he reportedly told his team afterward that he's not giving Bud any respect until they step into the ring. He sees Crawford as just another challenger, someone beneath him. And if Bud was heated before, now he's coming into this fight with bad intentions.
Looking great. Thank you. I will come to it. Looking great. Thank you. I will come to it.
By the time they reached Turki Alalshik's residence, the tension was thick. Turki, being the businessman he is, had to play peacemaker. Photos surfaced of him posing with both fighters, and while they tried to look professional, you could feel the energy in the room. Neither man was smiling, neither looked comfortable. That only means one thing: war is coming. With September locked in as the fight month, this beef is officially at dangerous levels. Crawford is stepping up 2 weight classes to face Canelo, and many have questioned if he can handle the power difference. But with the way he's fired up now, he might just turn this into the fight of his life.
Let me tell you what I think should be going. The notion that Terence Bud Crawford should move up 3 weight classes, 21 pounds, to fight Canelo Alvarez. He's entirely too small. Jamel Charlo already proved that. Y'all remember that scene from Rocky? Remember that scene from Rocky 2? When Carl Weathers was Apollo Creed and his trainer was like, can I be honest? I saw you beat this man within an inch of his life. And he kept coming. He wouldn't go away. He's wrong for us, baby. He's wrong. Let it go. Apollo couldn't do it. And lost fight number 2. Trained him for fight Rocky 3. And then got killed in Rocky 4 by Drago. Because he couldn't let it go. Bud Crawford needs to let it go. Too small.
Now, Canelo isn't facing Bud next. First, he's set to fight William Skull on May 3rd to reclaim his undisputed super middleweight crown. Some fans are side-eyeing this move, calling it a warm-up fight, but here's the thing: if Canelo walks into the Crawford fight holding all 4 titles at 168 pounds, it just makes the showdown even bigger.
What do you think of Crawford saying you want to move up to 68 and fight the winner of Canelo Alvarez at 68?
I commend them for it. I mean, it takes a lot of balls to do it. A lot of courage, but it also takes, more importantly, it takes believing in yourself. So I commend Crawford for it.
Let's address the main issue. Crawford has never fought at 168 pounds before, making this a significant 14-pound increase from his last fight. Many worry Bud may be taking on too much, but remember, Canelo also began his career at welterweight, the same division where Bud became undisputed.
I can't go down anymore. But like he say, when they ask him for the Germonta fight, they don't wanna get credit for that fight. It's the same for me. I don't need to take that fight because everybody's gonna say it's too small, and then he need to enjoy his fight. Okay, he deserve it. I like Spence, but I like Spence and all the respect for him and everything. But I knew. I think is the type of fight Terence Crawford is different. 168, but like I say, like he say, nobody's gonna give me credit for that.
If anyone knows how to beat Canelo Alvarez, it's Floyd Mayweather. Terence Crawford couldn't have asked for a better mentor. Floyd is the only man to have officially beaten Canelo, dominating him for 12 rounds in 2013. Though Canelo was younger then, the lessons still hold. Trainer Ronnie Shields says Crawford must follow Floyd's example. Shields isn't worried about the weight difference because boxing is about IQ, footwork, and control, not just power. Floyd won by controlling the pace, landing shots, and avoiding counters, forcing Canelo to reset constantly. Crawford needs to stay loose, keep moving, and never be a stationary target.
Because I know you were about 17, 18 at the time. when Floyd Mayweather fought Arturo Gatti, I'm just curious, did you watch that fight?
Of course. I still watch it.
Right, because it was that kind of... So I'm asking because when you fought Ndongo at 140, you looked really great that night too. Same weight class Floyd that we fought Gatti. Right. I'm not asking hypothetical who would win, but do you think that night you were right there with Floyd on the night he fought Gatti?
Of course. I'm always thinking that I'm on a higher level than a lot of people give me credit. It's just me with the confidence that I have in myself.
Being that he was the previous pound-for-pound king before you, does he get a little more attention than other great fighters from you when it came to studying him on the way up?
Of course.
What'd you take from him?
It was my era. You know, the whole hit, not get hit, and to make the adjustments that he's made to certain fighters. You know, he's the king.
So, you think you guys got a lot in common?
In some aspects, yeah, we do.
How are you guys different?
We both box. I think, you know, I take more chances.
Excuse me, Carl.
You know, right now. But earlier in his career, he was taking a lot of chances as well. So, you know, it just depends on which Floyd Mayweather you talk about. Do you talk about money or do you talk about Pretty Boy? Because Pretty Boy was the seek and destroy fighter.
You're more like Pretty Boy, probably, right?
Right. But then, you know, he started having hand injuries, so he couldn't really keep up with the same, you know.
The crazy part is Canelo's struggles against that style. We saw it in 2022 against Bivol, when Canelo couldn't cut off the ring, got frustrated, and started swinging wildly. Bivol exposed that weakness, but Floyd mastered that strategy and is now passing it on to Crawford.
Yeah, so if he was pound for pound, Floyd was pound for pound. You or Floyd, who would have done that? Who would have won that?
Me.
Oh shit, okay, I'm just asking. Floyd was pound for pound before.
That would have been a hard fucking fight though.
Man, me versus anybody, I'm gonna always say me.
Okay.
Come on now.
Mayweather has been in Bud's corner since the fight was announced, helping him prepare. Seeing how serious Canelo is, Floyd is warning Bud not to slip up even for a second. Canelo may be a huge boxing star, but he knows facing Crawford is a different challenge. This fight wasn't a sudden decision. Canelo made a calculated move, knowing avoiding Crawford would hurt his legacy.
Canelo running from Benavides. What is that? I mean, imagine if I ever ran from anybody. Like, did I run from somebody in my career? No. Did Chavez run from somebody in his career? No. Chavez was 87-0. Imagine that. So to me, that's the all-time greatest fighter.
At the same time, Canelo knows the risk. That's why he's not jumping in immediately but taking a strategic detour with William Skull first, like a warm-up before the real showdown. This isn't just about staying active, it's about stalling. Canelo remembers what happened to Wilder, Joshua, and Gervonta Davis when they looked too far ahead. One mistake or upset can put your legacy at risk, and Canelo isn't letting that happen. He's treating Crawford as a later problem, buying time to study Bud's style before facing him.
Likelihood of a fight with you and Terence Crawford would be one of the biggest in boxing.
We don't talking about yet about the fight. Me and Tukash know each other, and then we wanna see what happens.
And when do you want to get out next? I know you're here in London tonight. When are you going to be in a camp? When are you going to be in a camp? I know you're
in
here.
camp. Training camp in March.
Okay, so
at the beginning of the middle of the February or March. Yeah.
There you have it. Floyd Mayweather isn't just talking; he's warning Terence Crawford. Canelo Alvarez is no joke, and recent events have only raised the stakes. But will Bud follow Floyd's advice or go his own way to shock the world? One thing's certain, this fight is shaping up to be one of boxing's greatest chess matches.
Terence Crawford couldn't have an era to himself. And if you put Terence Crawford against any opponent on Floyd's resume, who do you have favorite? Terence Crawford or one of Floyd's opponents?
Why does Ryan keep mentioning another?
No, I'm asking the question first. Do we got Terence Bud Crawford beating everybody on Floyd's resume?
Do you think Floyd's concerns are valid, or is Crawford too skilled to be rattled? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you're hyped for this showdown, like the video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any updates. See you in the next one.